Resident Alien Season 1, Episode 9 review. So now Allah knows?
Yeah.
How
Love
many-
that line. I love that line. It's like she swore to Allah. Now Allah knows. How many people are you telling?
Oh.
I think one of my favorite parts of this episode was that look of "I'm going to kill you." when he says, "Oh yeah, the doctor says she's probably too old." Just
Yes. I love how passive aggressive. Like he's like, I can't say anything. She's going to kill me. I can't do anything. She's going to kill me. I'm just gonna morph the situation because that's the only thing I can do.
Yeah.
that look on her face is like,
Yeah. She can't get that mad because she can't get mad enough to kill me because I'm not jeopardizing the mission. I'm not getting in her way. I'm actually helping. She can't get
Yes,
that mad.
I'm playing along.
Yeah.
and then she's like, "Oh, it's not me that have the problem. He's a little bit."
He's got a low sperm count.
That was motility. But oh, there were so many great moments. Apparently,
Yes.
the sheriff can sing.
Yeah.
She
Okay,
was
I was
okay. The deputy was okay. Sheriff can sing.
I was shocked at
Yeah.
that, but I was also like, I have never seen the sheriff outside of his sheriff gear.
Yeah, that was another
Right?
thing. We actually saw him in something other than his sheriff's.
It's like I almost did not recognize him. I was like, wait, who is this? Like, holy shit.
Yeah, she was okay. He was great. Yeah. One of my other favorite parts is when the guy's running down the species. He's like, the mantids.
Yeah.
One of them owes me money.
Yeah.
The blue
It's like,
avians.
oh,
Those are nice guys.
The
Actually,
little green men. Oh, they're so cute, but they so know it. It's like they're assholes. They're jerks. One of them owes me money. Actually, no, they're great.
Yeah, the blue avians. Yeah, no, those guys are great.
Mhm.
But yeah, and we continued to find out how much of an ass the Greys are.
Yeah. They like to probe.
and steal, children.
Yep.
Apparently they're delicious.
Hey, I mean, species. What was it? 3, 4, 5? 8, 4. No, yeah, something like that. From Torchwood, there was that entire entire series where they were using human children as a drug. The chemicals in the children's bodies as a drug. And so they would come every couple decades or whatever to steal children, and in order to avoid them destroying Earth, they would give a certain number of children to them. The governments of the world joined together and was like, all right, listen, they're going to wipe us all out, so we're going to give them a handful of children, like 1% of the children or whatever. Or 10%.
I'm sorry. I have to say it. Hey kids, don't do drugs, become drugs.
Pretty much. And it was a very it was a very morally complicated story.
I bet.
And not just because Yanto died and everybody loved Yanto, which really annoys me because nobody cared when Tosh died, and Tosh was the best.
Oh.
Anyway, I still can't watch Exit Wounds again. But hey, there's our Doctor Who reference.
Yeah, Star Wars, Star Trek, and hit all about all of it.
Just not My Little Ponies yet.
But yeah, that was probably it was the Ancient Aliens guy. That was
Oh my
brilliant.
Gosh. Finally, some recognition. I like this guy with the big hair.
Okay.
He's like sitting there eating his fruit. He's like, I'm gonna hide here. Like, oh yeah, totally fine. It's like, do you want to hear more about my theories? Like, yeah, go ahead. I'm just gonna sit here and eat your fruit. That's okay. Like, oh yeah, totally. So and he's like, you're great. You should be on TV. You know that?
So like two things. It's funny he's talking to like the alien whose species probably did all that stuff. And second, I swear that guy should reference off that one guy, you know, the meme that's like aliens.
He is that guy.
He is the guy.
I know, but I don't think it's like the same actor. Or
it is the same guy. That is the guy.
It's the same guy.
Oh,
because he was on a History Channel show called Ancient Aliens.
Oh, I just thought they found like a lookalike.
No, I think that was the guy.
Oh shit!
I think. I'd have to check, but I'm fairly certain that they actually just got the guy. I can't imagine it was that difficult.
True,
right?
Speaking of people, I'm trying to place where I've seen the actor who played the alien tracker guy. Like I've seen.
He was the guy from Lost. He was the dude in Lost. Locke.
Okay, he was like the survival guy and like badass survival guy. Okay, yeah. That's where I've seen him.
He was in a number of other things too, but I figured that's the one you saw him from.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen Lost, actually.
I've never seen the entire thing.
Same here.
I didn't watch it, so. But yeah, just constant confirmation. Now I just want the Greys to show up at some point. You're. But the one thing, you know, keeping track of loose ends is very useful in this show.
Oh yeah,
because they come back, and the fact that there was the camera on them when he was doing the whole stabby thing, it's like, yeah, that's probably gonna come back at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And acting out, you know. So
of course, the whole the bigger thing probably right now that is more pertinent is Darcy
it was the same guy. It was the same guy. He was the hair guy was himself.
Yeah.
I just looked it up on IMDb.
Yeah,
he was playing himself. I thought so, but I just wanted to verify.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I figured it looked like him, and I wouldn't think it would be that difficult to get a hold of him. But
it's nice to see that he's willing to make fun of himself.
Though. I think he's fully embraced the meme and just like, you know what, screw it. I'm famous. It may not be exactly how I want to be famous, and I might get one or two more people to listen to me. So, even if people think I'm silly, somebody might hear me and think I'm right. I don't know. But yeah, Darcy finding the body is gonna be awkward.
I mean, to be fair, what kind of person breaks into somebody's house, smashes open their freezer, only to find a body that looks like them? That's kind of rude, you know.
Right? I love the fact that they tease you with, she looks through it, just, sifts through the stuff, like,
No.
oh, okay, nothing there. And she's halfway up the stairs, and then she's like, wait.
Like my heart at first she opens up, my heart's like just pounding and pounding and pounding, and then she closes like, oh thank God. And she comes like, oh fuck.
Right? And it's like, no. Now they're gonna have to kill you. Like, no.
Like next episode. Like I have to wait a week till next episode. It's just
Well, considering
it's gonna be a lot of
season finales of both shows.
Yeah, there's gonna be like a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah. To wrap it up for the end of a season, and then next week will also be the last week of Prodigy until they put out more Prodigy.
Yeah.
And then we'll just have there's 10 more of season 2 of Resident Alien?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
8.
There's 8 episodes, another season of 8 for Resident Alien until it comes out with new stuff. Because they did a half season, because they did a longer season.
Okay.
And so they did a half season finale that was just like, oh my God, why did they cut it there? Which obviously you understand why they cut it there, because you're like, oh my God, why did they cut it there? But,
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically they have 10 episodes in the first season, 8 episodes currently in the second season, but more are on their way and will fill out the second season.
It's like, we'll be back in the summer. I'm like, it's already summer. Show me more Resident Alien.
That's still about a month and some change away.
Yes, but it's already summer. It's already in the 80s. It's already in the 90s.
I don't think television schedules work like that.
I know.
They don't care about the temperature. Otherwise, that would be weird if they did, because then you'd have stuff that was supposed to go on the winter season. They're like, no, it's not quite cold enough yet to start showing this show. It's not quite wintry yet. Oh, now it is wintry. Okay, now we can show this show.
That would be hilarious.
Or spring. Oh, this goes into the spring season. Oh, it's not quite springy enough yet. Gonna have to wait another week. What? It's springy enough already. Just people throwing springs at their studio, or go down to their studio to protest and start chucking springs at the building. Is that springy enough for you? Huh? Is that?
Oh, in some universe, that is how it's done, and I would love to see that universe.
So, well, Doc probably knows. Do you think the salon person is the one that actually did it?
The what? You mean the wife?
Huh?
Do you mean do we think the wife did it?
Was that his wife? The person
that was Sam's wife.
Oh, yeah. Do you think she actually did it?
It's a little neat for this show, but it fits.
Yeah, she didn't really come off
motive
as
and opportunity.
She didn't really come off as the psychopathic killer, though. It was the assistant.
Asta?
No, the salon assistant.
Oh.
I know, it was the butler.
Yes, it was the butler in the kitchen with the candelabra.
No. It was the butler in the office with the insulin.
Ah, yes. Octopus leg.
Yes.
Octopus leg.
Yeah,
I called it. It's like
that's my leg.
It was obvious,
Why are
but I
you
did
leg
call
shaming? I love that. You are leg shaming.
it.
Do not leg shame.
It's
This is my
like,
leg. Put a sock on it or something. No, it likes the air.
it'll look exactly the same, except for that mole. And there you go now. I chewed it down too far. It's
Yeah.
like now I know why you have 13 gallons of milk in your fridge.
Right?
Like, uh, that kid needs better hiding places than a candy box.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so alien tracker dude, do you think you could see him because of the thing inside his neck, or do you think you already have that ability?
You already had that ability. It's a genetic thing.
Yeah.
Unless the Greys
That's
are bigger
probably-
assholes and are playing with people's genetics, then.
Yeah, true.
But we have firmly established the Greys are assholes.
Oh,
They are.
most definitely.
Although I am still offended what they said to me about my reptilian brothers.
I forgot what they said about the reptilians.
that were they
Oh,
are
oh yeah,
unhygienic
unhygienic. Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
incapable of taking over the world, the universe.
I was like, no, he's fine. He actually thanked me on his knees. And I said, I'm gonna take that alien tech out of you now. It's just a BB.
That would be funny if the Greys were actually did manage to come back, and it was, and when he goes to take the he goes to fix up the radio, like they follow his they actually did come back, and we get to see the Greys because they're like, wait, you're not the fucking guy we put this in. The hell. I needed it for this. Whatever, stupid, whatever, octopus or whatever his species is called.
Yeah.
Shut the up.
Now we're gonna have to find somebody else to follow around. Then as they're walking out, he goes, "Get lost, assholes!" He yells at them, and then they just flip him the bird. Or some obviously, or no, the best way to do it would be they throw some gesture up as they're leaving, and they digitize it. It's like it's not, you can tell because of the shadow what the gesture is, and it's not an obscene gesture on Earth, but it's so obscene that even the censors for the show blur it.
uh,
Or it turns out, or it really funny. It turns out the whole Star Trek "Live Long and Prosper." I know it actually comes from, I think it was Hebrew, like Jewish. It's a Jewish thing. It's a sign from that. I think that's where that actually comes from. But it turns out like that's also happens to be an incredibly offensive gesture to the Greys. Somebody tries to, Asta's there and and tries to give them the "live long and prosper," and they're like, "Well, you too." That is a very offensive gesture to the Greys. Not that they didn't deserve it, but that is very offensive.
keep doing it.
Keep doing it. What did I say? It has to deal with his maternal ancestor. I don't even want to repeat it, but it's very much, it fits them. But yeah. um
He likes making candles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a given. That was already established.
And how dare you take away taco night?
Right?
It's tomorrow spaghetti night. I think we could have fish tacos. Taco night is taco night. Taco, 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 taco. I could actually go for some tacos right now.
Yeah. He really loves tacos.
Although I do want to make whatever she made though. It looked kind of good.
Yeah. Look it up.
I shall. Let's see, what else? What else?
Just do it.
Like, I'm kind of surprised Alien Tracker was after him. I just, figures that, oh, he's just a guy in an alien costume. A really, really good alien costume.
Yeah, that is a thing. It's like you have so many people in alien costumes. It's like, no, that's just, yeah. Why would he think that that guy is like, he's not just a guy in a costume? Like, if it had been anywhere else, absolutely. Like,
Oh, yeah.
any other context, like he was, if you found him in a bar or something and you saw him and he was like that, it's like, nope, that's an alien. But like, you're at an alien convention, like that doesn't.
Although, it was kind of nice of her to go up there and say, oh, hey, not all aliens are jerks.
Yeah.
And the Greys are, but not all of them.
Or it would be, it'd be funny if we found out like later on, like everything he told us about the Greys was wrong. Like it was actually his species, and the Greys are actually decent, and like so, or they were always his species disguised as Greys that were doing it, and the Greys are actually decent aliens. It's like. But
aliens.
I don't know. Any other things to talk about with the resident alien?
Let me think. What was the card scene in the beginning? The do's and don'ts. I forgot what it was.
That one was karaoke sober, and
Oh,
it showed
yeah.
alcohol, and
Yeah.
then check mark. Oh, and
I mean that is how it works.
yeah, and we also had a little bit of a trying to, I guess, plant a seed of something more on the romantic end happening between the sheriff and the deputy, based off of what his father was saying about his wife, I think.
I don't know about that because, she already has a really stable boyfriend.
Who is that?
Saw him in last
John.
episode.
I think his name is John. He's the Native American dude that
Oh
Darcy
yeah, I forgot about
with.
him. Yeah. Well,
That
I mean that doesn't.
and I don't think it's so much romantic because they aren't. This show, one of the things I love about it is it doesn't place emphasis on romantic love so much as that there are different kinds of love. And
Yeah,
like,
there's romantic love and there's deputy love.
well, there's familial or friendly love, and you can still love somebody and not want to be intimate or romantic
Yeah,
with
you
them.
can, but the TV
Like,
shows tend to they eventually tend to do that. And not all of them, but a lot of
and
them.
this one, you know, they used the kind of pseudo proposal thing, come back thing as not a romantic gesture, but as an apology. Like,
Yeah,
I know
it
I
was
done
an
fucked up.
apology, but I'm not saying, oh, they're instantly going to get started dating. It's like, no,
Yeah,
this is sowing a few seeds. So if they want to do something later, they can. If they don't have to, but they have planted the seeds for it down the line if it
Yeah.
eventually comes to that. But they've sowed the seeds, and there's enough, groundwork laid that if they wanted to show something starting to happening,
I
they
must
could.
say they are doing a better job at sewing a ship than they did in Doctor Who with Yaz.
Yeah, it's just a really, really slow boil with the sheriff. It would be so low and slow that it would develop over time. Like,
Yeah,
he starts respecting her, they start, something starts happening back and forth. Little things, little respects back and forth start happening, and things, again, it could go nowhere, but it sounded like, okay, I'm gonna till the soil here, and I'm gonna lay some slow growing seeds here, and maybe a season or two down the line, maybe we see a few little sparks fly here or there, and that's how that goes.
that's one of the things I love about this show. Like, even with Harry and Asta, they are not a romantic item, but
No,
there's clearly love there and affection, and like that friendly affection, like
yeah,
that's almost familial type, where you can see that he loves her, but it's not in a romantic or sexual way, which I really appreciate.
well. Anyway, I think we've wrung this one out. If you can't think of it, if you can think of anything else.
Thinking, nothing.
Nope.
All right.